Namaste students, I am JVN Dr. Aziz Mohammed Khan from Department of Food and Biotechnology, Faculty of Agriculture and Veterinary Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University, Jaipur. Today I am going to discuss about the topic continuous stir tank reactors. The subject name is modeling and simulation, and this topic is the continuation part of continuous culture. So we have learned about the continuous culture. What is the continuous culture in which add we add some of the media, and at the same rate we take out some of the waste material and cells at the same rate. So continuous stirred tank reactors are the reactors in which the continuous culture is going to happen. So a continuous stirred tank reactor is a vessel to which reactants are added and products removed while the contents within the vessel are vigorously start using internal agitation or by internally recycling the contents. And continuous stir tank reactor may be employed in series or in parallel way. So this is the diagram of continuous stir tank reactor in which the rate of adding the media, adding the substrate, each come directly equal to the rate of the cells taken out and the waste material from the vessel. Okay, and what the other thing is that in the continuous stir tank reactor the culture is continuously agitated. Okay, these are the agitator. Okay, these are the agitator, and the continuously the tank is agitated. Okay, to maintain the culture condition at a regular flow rate. Okay, so that they may not get attached to any surface. So the flow rate of inlet is equal to the flow rate of outlet, and the flow rate and outlet will dependent on the two things, chemostat and turbidostat. What is the chemostat? Chemostat is the adding of nutrient at a regular time. It is dependent on the time. Okay, and turbidostat is the state in which we add the nutrients, media, substrate on the basis of turbidity, on the basis of concentration of the cells. When the enough concentration is reached, we take out some of the cells and we add some of the cells, some of the media substrate. Okay, at the similar rate. So residence time is the average time at which the quantity of reagent spent inside the tank, the quantity of the cells, quantity of the media, quantity of the substrate stay at a particular time in the tank. This is the residence time. Residence means living anywhere. So the substrate cells, nutrient media are in a tank for a particular time is known as the residence time. And how we calculate this residence time? We calculate this residence time by dividing the volume of the tank from the volume flow rate. Suppose that we are adding 20 ml. Sorry, we are adding 200 ml. Okay, we are adding 200 ml to the media, and the volume of the tank is 2000 ml. So what will be the residence time? The residence time will be 1 by 10. Okay, and steady state, the the flow rate in, okay, and the flow rate out are same, they are equal. In what is the steady state? In the steady state, the flow rate of in and the flow rate of out is equal, and the state is known as the steady state. Continuous stir tank reactor applications. What are the applications? The continuous, as we know that this is the industry level process. So the continuous stir tank reactor are most commonly used in industrial processing, and mostly they are used in liquid phase flow reactions where constant agitation is required. The are fermenters are continuous stir tank reactor used in biological processes in many industries such as brewing, antibiotics, waste management. So there are various applications of continuous stir tank reactors for the production of different types of products such as smaller molecules, alcohol productions, single cell protein productions. Okay, so there are various applications for continuous stir tank reactors. What are the advantages of continuous stir tank reactors? They are very good in controlling the temperature. Okay, and cheap, very, they are not expensive and cheap, affordable. The reactors has large heat capacity and the interior of reactor is easily assessed because there are some agitators and we can assess the continuous stir tank easily. What are the disadvantages? The conversion of reactant to the product per volume of a reactor is small compared to the flow reactors. So this is the disadvantage, that the conversion to the product is low rather than flow reactors. So our topic is over here. Now we will meet in another video tutorial.